Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing an ASMR makeup application. The last one that I did received a lot of views, so I'm guessing you guys liked it. Today I'm going to do a fairly simple makeup look, and just start with my usual routine. I hope you guys enjoy. Now I'm going to be using, I suppose I should tell you what I use as part of this as well. I used my Purely's Matcha green tea moisturizer. That was the green tube. And then I used my 111 Harley St or Street London Radiance Booster. That was the glass bottle with the dropper. And then I used I Do Care Gold Radiance Cream. And then I used this squalane facial oil, Bright from Feel. And now I'm going to be using my Rimmel London Stay Matte Concealer in the shade Porcelain. I had a little bit left in my last one, but it was getting to the point where I had to scrape the sides. So I just went ahead and opened a new one because I didn't feel like scraping the sides to get some product any longer. Today I'm just gonna go on the bottoms of my eyebrows. I'm not gonna go on the tops. And I use my beauty sponge that I got from Walmart in a bag of 18 sponges for $3. Not bad, and it seems to work fairly decently. I've never tried a beauty blender from the actual beauty blender brand or company, so I don't really know how it compares, but it works for what I needed, so what more can you want? Guess you don't know, if you don't know. Ignorance is bliss, they say. So of course you would be happy with something if you didn't know there was something better out there. Personally, I'd rather not spend $20 on a beauty blender when I can spend $3 for 18. But I'm also not a professional, so maybe there's a purpose for it. Maybe it goes faster or wastes less product. I'm honestly not sure. Maybe it applies better. Who knows? I'm gonna play with this old one and make some nice sounds. Not motorcycle sounds. Sorry about that. See the Now let's use our setting powder. This is my Ciate London Extraordinary Translucent Powder. I get this in my Ipsy bags and I love it. And I've started applying my powders with my sponge. And so far it seems to be working out quite well. I just dab quite a bit on there, and then I let it sit for a minute or so. Look at that. Okay. I didn't get a bunch on my shirt this time, which is an improvement. Makes such lovely sounds. Speaking of lovely sounds, I like the way my watch sounds. Put it on before I forget. There we go. Okay, now, I usually wait a little longer, but I'm gonna brush this away now. there's a weird spot right here. Do you guys see this weird spot? Peculiar. I wonder if there was some extra oily product there or something. Weird. Let's just fix that. And I still have some powder on the other side of this, so I'm just gonna sponge it on. I don't know if that made it better or worse. Oh well. We'll just cover it up with some blush. Honestly, makeup isn't about being perfect. It's about having fun, expressing creativity, and taking care of yourself. At least that's what it is for me. Now, it could be anything you want it to be. But don't feel pressured. All of those Instagram posts and Facebook posts that you see with women with flawless makeup, guess what? There's an app for that. It's called Facetune. Most of them don't look perfect. They have fuzz on their face or blemishes, and their makeup may not be perfectly blended. So while there are some very talented makeup artists out there, everyone has flaws, and it's okay if you do too. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I've already trimmed them up today. I used my little wand here and my little eyelash scissors. And I trimmed them up, and it looks like I missed a spot. So there we go. Now I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild Au Naturel palette that I always use. I should probably invest in some eyebrow stuff, but I think I'm just concerned that if I get that eyebrow like paint, where it looks to me like sort of like liquid liner. It's really thick. It is very pigmented. I'm just concerned that my eyebrows are gonna look like blocks. And what I like about using eyeshadow is that I can shade my eyebrows and I can add and take away. By using my wand, if I feel I have too much, I can just brush it through and it gets lighter. Whereas if I used like a cream pigment and went along here, I feel like it would just look too solid and unrealistic. So I haven't tried it yet, but maybe I will. You guys let me know if you want me to try it out, or if there is a particular brand or type that you guys use that you feel works really well. I'd be happy to give it a go. Also, update, I just got emailed yesterday by Ipsy, and they asked me to pick one product for each of my glam bags. So I have the regular glam bag that is now $12 a month, and I have the glam bag plus, and I have the glam bag ultimate. And I am so excited for those items. Now, what I will say is that the glam bag ultimate, I thought it was 13 products, but it looks like it may only be 12. Perhaps they're including the bag as a 13th product. I'm not really sure why I thought it was 13, but yesterday I picked one product for it, and they said, we'll pick the other 11. So whatever that means. Also, they let me know that this time around, my glam bag plus, or sorry, all of my glam bags that come with makeup bags will be the same, but moving forward they will switch it up and give different bags for each one. But because of that issue this time around, they added an additional product that they let me choose. So that's cool. I got to pick an extra eyeshadow palette. I'm really excited for that. So I cannot wait for the first of the month when I get to preview my glam bags and see what I'm getting. That's always a really exciting moment for me. I'm like, oh my gosh. And Tina gets the glam bag as well. And she and I like to do a little show and tell with the products that we got. Sometimes we get the same products, not all the same products. So sometimes we get like one product that's the same. But for the most part, all of our items are different. So that's pretty cool. That tells me that their system actually does work as far as your beauty preferences and them going based off of your assessments and what you review things as, etc. So that's pretty cool that they actually customize those items for you. I don't know how they keep track of that stuff, but I suppose they have a month just about, you know, to every time to get your products right. So that's cool. And I know that they have a limited amount of spots according to what they say, but you know, that could also be part of like marketing. I like to assume that they mean what they say, because assuming the best is always, in my opinion, the best way to go. When you assume the worst of everything, you'll drive yourself crazy and be miserable, and who wants that? So there's my eyebrows done. They look slightly wonky today, but I'm okay with that. There's a Franny sleeping down there. He's so cute. Okay. Now I'm gonna move on to my contour. And I'm back to using In the Balm of Your Hand from the Balm Cosmetics. I like to use this Bahama Mama bronzer. And I also take a shadow called Matte E Trimoni, and it's a dark brown shadow, and I use that on top of the contour very lightly. So let's just start blending. I wasn't using contour for a little while because I was getting some breakouts in here, and I wanted to give my face a little bit of a rest. Plus, you don't always need contour. It's nice every now and then, but My face is already looking thinner, I think. And that I would contribute to the fact that I have officially lost 23 pounds in 2 months using Weight Watchers. So I'm really excited about that. I would like to be healthy and live a long, healthy life with my husband, be able to do whatever we want to do, not be winded by outdoor activities. So it's really nice to be getting back into healthy shape. And healthy shape looks different for everyone, so don't feel like you have to look like anyone else. Healthy for you is healthy for you. And comparing is the worst thing that we could ever do to ourselves. You are uniquely made, and there is only one you. Nobody else can be you, and you don't need to be anyone else. So don't put that pressure on yourself. I love this satiny feel of these. Huda Beauty is also the same, how their packaging is really nice and silky feeling. Now I'm gonna take this brush. This is from the SL Miss Glam collection. This is an angled eye E61 brush, and I'm gonna go into that shade I was talking about right here. And I just dip my brush in there lightly and go like a fish, and I go right on the line with the shadow that I see. So like so. It's hard to tell because I have 2 different light sources, but it also helps when I smile because my cheeks get all big. Like, look at how my cheeks look right now. It looks insane, right? Don't worry, I'm gonna blend it. Don't want to walk around looking like I have dirt on my face. There is some crazy yelling going on outside. I hope that you guys can't hear that, but if you can, sorry. Maybe it'll just add to the atmosphere of small children screaming outside. Everyone wants to fall asleep to that. Okay, so I think we're pretty blended there. Now I'm gonna put this away now that I have rubbed my face raw. I'm gonna use this Ofra and Madison Miller Squad palette, and I'm gonna use my Chic blush brush from Ipsy. Both of these products were from Ipsy. No, I am not sponsored by them, but that would be great. I just love Ipsy. And if you smile when you do your blush, you can get them right on the apples of your cheeks and tell where you're meant to put your blush. If you don't know. And not everyone has giant little apples on their cheeks, and that's okay. truth be told, I've only in the last few years grown to like my cheeks. I used to always be so self-conscious, like, oh my gosh, it looks like I have golf balls. But you know what? God made me that way, and I think I'm, you know, not in a conceited way, but I think that I'm beautiful because of everything that I am, and it's not any fault of my own, and I certainly get no credit for that. So I don't want to sound like I'm boasting, because I definitely am not. But it's okay to recognize that you're beautiful, and I think more people should. But just to have an appreciation for yourself and for the way that you're made, it's good. You should definitely do that. I think confidence helps people in so many ways, and that's not to be confused with arrogance, because there's a difference, and one is wonderful and one is not. But it's okay to be confident in who you are. I'm going to use Zanzibar from the Golden Sands edition and go on my cheeks here. Zanzibar. Cheeks, 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 cheeks. Giving myself tingles with that sound. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the ColourPop Truly Madly Deeply palette. I'm gonna use my Morphe M573 brush, and I'm going to use the color Matter of Fact and use it as a base shade. So I'm really curious why there are small children just running around outside at this hour. I thought they'd be in school, or at least on their way, or it's an odd thing. Like maybe for a short period, but it sounds like these kids are just running around outside. So that's weird. Hope somebody's watching them. Of course, I live in a really nice neighborhood, so I'm sure they're not in any immediate danger, but still, you shouldn't let your kids run around all by themselves. Especially when they're screaming outside an apartment, somebody might come out and holler at them. I don't know. No idea. This is my Beauty Creations mirror that I'm tapping on. Sweet, sweet coffee. Such a nice sound. Reminds me of rain falling on a tin roof. so in love with this palette. I just keep using it, but I think that today we're gonna let her rest. We did use Matter of Fact, but this is such a beautiful palette. I'm obsessed. Just the colors, the packaging. Look at this shiny packaging. The reflectiveness. I guess it's not really sparkly, but it's reflective, and they list all the colors on the back, and it's just so well done. Okay, so let's see what palettes we've been neglecting. I think I want to try something from my Jeffree Star palette. Look at that chrome. Or, it's not chrome, it's hollow. Look at that hollow. Yeah. Pretty. Alright. Now, which one do I want to use? There's so many pretty colors. Look at this palette. I think I'll do a gold look today. So, hi Francis. Hello babies. Franny's coming to say hi. What is that? Hello babies. Hello pups. My little Franny. What doing? I love you, puppies. I love you, puppies. Does anyone else have cats and think that their cats smell amazing? Franny's head and neck smell so good to me. It kind of like how people think that their baby's heads smell good. I think my baby's head smells good. We don't want to play with those babies. Those are pokey. Yeah, those are pokey. He was trying to play with my scissors. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is take my number 3 mini tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna go into I'm gonna start with 1985 and put it on the lid. I always sort of start by dipping my toe in. I never really go, well, I guess that's not true. Yesterday's video, I definitely just went all out with that blue from the Essence palette. But typically, I will start very conservatively. Okay. I think I'm gonna go into Hi Dude. Hi Dude is a brown. And I'm gonna put it in the corner here. And bring it up into the crease. And just switch, 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 switch. Back and forth. And my cats want to add to your experience by playing with the curtains behind me and making a lot of noise. So, please forgive their rudeness. They're only kittens. Silly, silly kittens. Franny has his favorite toy he has drug up on the bed, and it is a leather tassel on a string on a pole. It's his absolute favorite. He doesn't like the string toys, but he likes the ones with leather, I think, because they're kind of like dogs like rawhide. He likes the leather, and he just chews on it and carries it around. And it's this big toy. I don't know if you can see him over there. That big string, the pole is hanging off the side of the bed, and he's got the little leather piece. And Duchess is hanging out with him too. My kids are silly. I'm gonna take a fan brush, brush away the fallout. And now I think I'll add some black, going into fast lane. I don't know why I'm singing, but I am. So, putting this in the very outer corner. Now I just want to say I have only like very slightly dabbed on the top of this pan, and wow, that's a lot of payoff for, you know, what I barely touched it, so a lot of payoff there. Now I'm gonna take this 35E tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna blend this. I get those sort of like skip marks, especially in the corners of my eyes, and I think part of that is just my skin, probably. I'm really not sure, but I noticed it a lot more with the James Charles, and you know, this is a Morphe X palette, so perhaps it's the same, you know? Maybe it's just a Morphe formula, because this is the this is the Jeffree Star and Morphe X palette, so it's possible that it is just a Morphe thing. Now I'm going back into Hey Dude in this corner because I sort of covered it up with that black shade, and I'm going to try to diffuse it again with this brush, the 35E tapered blending brush. I feel like my right eye is always a bit darker than my left. Do you guys ever have that issue? One of your eyes is darker than the other. Back into Hey Dude. And I'm just trying to blend these until I get a blend that I like. I'm actually considering, I think I'm gonna put Hey Dude on the inner corner as well, and then save the center for the gold. So I'm trying to be careful because a lot of times when I do this, I get a lot of pigment on my lower eye. I don't want that. So let's just use this fan brush this away. Let's try to diffuse this crease once more. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my 205 Fly Wings brush from Farrah, and I'm gonna go into Hey Dude and Fast Lane and go underneath here. So it'll be like a brownish black. Now I feel like I've gotten some fallout in my eyeball, so give me just a second. So sometimes if you're not careful, when you're putting shadow on your lower lash line, you can flick the brush and all that powder will go right in your eye, and it's just the most uncomfortable feeling ever. So just be careful with that. That's what I just did, and my eye was full of shadow. All right. So now I want to take Designer Label and Millions. I'm gonna start with Designer Label and put it right on the center here where this free space is, so to speak. Okay. And I want to carry it up, so my eyes tend to they crease. So if I put a shimmer shade on my lid, it's going to go up here. So if I put it here, it's gonna end up here. So I just put it up there and try to blend it well, so that when I'm going throughout my day, it doesn't look like I've totally messed up my makeup. So now I'm gonna take this Millions and put it on top there. And this is so sparkly. So pretty. Okay. Look at all the gold on my fingers. Alright, now I'm gonna fan brush any extras, and I believe that we are done with this palette. I want to take just a teeniest bit of Fast Lane and just darken the corners ever so slightly. Take this blending brush and diffuse it a little bit, and then where's my Morphe brush? I'm going to take my Morphe brush and I'm going to take, what shade should I take? I'm going to take Lynn and just go right on top here just to get a nice blend of those shades into the brow. And then I'm gonna take Hi Dude and go right up here. And just blend that all together. And I love that he named a shade Hi Dude, because that's what he says to Nate whenever he sees him, and also his dogs. It's sort of like a little catchphrase, I guess, and I think it's cute because I can hear him saying it. Hi Dude. I'm just darkening these colors a little bit more because I feel like they got it a little bit muted in the process of everything, so that's what I'm doing. Getting those corners real good. Okay. I just want to put the tiniest bit more glitter on this eye here. And this one. And then, no. I tried adding, so I'm adding designer label on here and then adding the glitter over top again just to make it pop a little bit more. There we go. All right, now for liner and lashes. So we close this up and I'm gonna grab my Kaleido liner that I got in my Ipsy glam bag, and my little mirror. And I'm gonna do my liner real quick, and then I'll do my lashes, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'll let you watch, because who knows, maybe you'll like it. Alright, let's try this. Q-tip. Q-tip in the corner. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna do a line. Try to keep it pretty thin. You know, I've found that I already messed it up. I don't know how I feel about this Kaleido liner, to be honest. I really like the ColourPop liners that I got, and they have a similar tip, but this doesn't feel like this applicator tip gets saturated enough with the eyeliner fluid So it's kind of hard to say how I feel about it. I want to like it, but I'm just not sure yet. And I think that's okay. So when I do my eyeliner, I just do a wing pretty much every time. And usually I will just freehand something and try to match the other side. So, fairly satisfied with that one. I do want to make sure that I don't get any leaking on the bottom. So I'll usually take a Q-tip and just kind of dab it a little bit. Because sometimes if I get it too far in the corner, or if I get too much, it leaks down to the bottom half and it looks messy. So I'm gonna try this eye now and we'll see how that goes. I always start at this end, and I know when I've seen other people's videos, they start at that end. I don't know. I wonder if that says anything about somebody if they start at one end or the other. Like how they approach life or something. Okay. Alright, so I have just a little happy wing over here. And again, this tip is not very saturated with the product. And it's making it difficult to use, honestly. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop there before I'm like, I sometimes do that thing where I just keep playing with it and then my liner gets totally out of hand, so I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna use my Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit. And I always have my mouth open when I do stuff like this. I don't know why. So Q-tips are my best friend. They always help me fix things. Like mascara spots. And yes, I lick my Q-tips. Sorry if that grosses anyone out. You probably do it too, be honest. Okay. So there's that. Now I'm gonna glue my lashes on. These are my Kiss 01 lashes. And yesterday I did not make it through the day with my lashes on. My eyes were really bothering me yesterday and felt itchy, so I just pulled them off. I'll see if I can let you guys see how I do this. Hello, Duchess. So I really like this lash glue that I use because I feel like it gets pretty sticky fairly quick. So it makes the application process a lot easier than some other lash glues that don't dry very fast. And you can have a tendency to get impatient when trying to put on your lashes, and then you get glue all over your eye and you ruin your beautiful makeup that you just did. So I like this glue. The only downside is that it's black, so I have to use it with black liner. This is Strip Lash Adhesive, brush on from Kiss, and it's a black lash glue, so that's what I use. You also have to be really careful because if you put your lash on and it's not totally on and you blink, sometimes you can get the glue on the bottom part or the top. You just gotta be careful with it. Here, let me move. Gotta get out of my own way. Sometimes when I put these on, they shift my liner from attaching to the skin. So I just go back over that when I'm all done with putting them on and fill in any spots that got moved. Because the skin will kind of pull down, so you have like a dip in your liner. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. That is Duchess crying. She's so dramatic. So this corner wasn't sticking down all the way. So what I did was I just went in and added a little bit extra of the glue so that I could stick this corner down. And same over here. And I just hold them down. It's not hard to do and doesn't take very long. And then I always pull my lashes down on the corners so I can make sure that the strip is attached. So that's what I do when I'm doing that. So that is what this look has turned into. I really like it actually. I think it's really beautiful. And I'm gonna just use this same gloss I've been using. So that is this Color Juice gloss in the shade Cherry on Top. And this is from L'Oreal Paris. And this is Ofra and Madison Miller lip gloss. Makes really nice sounds. I don't know if this is bad for it or not, but it sounds good. Alright, now I just finish this off with my Rimmel Stay Matte Fix and Go Setting Spray. And Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy La Fleur perfume. I love this bottle, it's so pretty. It has these cute little charms. Makes a really nice sound. And then I use my Anastasia Shimmer Body Oil. Sounds so nice. Look at the sparkle. I could just stare at that. This is why my curtain is sparkly, and it is very sparkly. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is very sparkly. Alright guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this ASMR style makeup video, and I hope that you always remember, no matter who you are or where you are loved and you are enough, just as you are.